Hello everybody, welcome to Natty's Home Cooking. Tonight we are going to be making smothered smoked cheese sauce chimiladas. I am making tortillas, but I do have a video for the homemade tortillas in my videos. So you can actually, what I'll do is I'll link the video for that in the description so that you guys can have that as well. I am making a double batch for my tortillas because I'm feeding several people. Okay, so just to let you all know that this is oil, it's not alcohol. I did really like this jar when my son got it. Um, I don't remember, I think it was, no, I'm sorry. It was about 4 years ago when he got this, and I really liked the jar, so I kept it and cleaned it out really good and just had my oil put in it. Because it's easier for me to use it for my cooking. It's like just right there. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that it is not alcohol. It is oil. Okay, so I'm going to brown up my hamburger here. You can even use chicken, just to let y'all know. You don't have to just use the beef. But today I am going to be using a hamburger. So I'm going to let this cook up a little bit. I'm also going to be adding in some seasonings. So we will be adding in some salt, garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, onion powder, and I am going to dice up some onions to go in there, and a little bit of pico de gallo I do add in there once it's all cooked. All right, y'all, we're going to add in some cumin to this meat, and then we're also going to be adding in some chopped up onions and jalapenos. And then after we get that all added in, we're going to go ahead and give it a good mix. So you're just going to stir this really, really well. Excuse me. And once you get it all mixed up really well, you're going to just let it cook together. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure this is all mixed in. You can also wait to cook that, I mean, to add that onion and jalapeno to the meat once it's all cooked, but I always add it in there um, when it's still like that. Okay, and so now that we got that done, I'm going to go ahead and add in some Velveeta cheese now that it's cooked all together, and we're going to add in pepper, chili powder. So make sure that chili powder is all good in there. You want to use probably about 1.5 to 2 teaspoons. And then garlic powder, I add about, excuse me, 2 teaspoons as well. And then now I'm adding in some onion powder, just a little bit of onion powder because you already got onions in there. And a little bit of sea salt, not too much. And just mix that up really well. And we're just going to let that cook and cover it. All right, y'all, I have to have some sweet tea. I'm really kind of thirsty right now, and when I cook, I love to have sweet tea. So there's nothing like having Texas sweet tea. If you've never had it, you definitely need to try it. It's pretty easy to make. I usually do sun tea, but the sun hasn't been out much for the tea to really cook outside. So I usually just do it over the stove and I cook it. I boil the water and put in the bags with the water so it'll boil and cook. And then I let the tea bag sit in that water for about an hour or two to get a really good strong taste of that tea, and then just add in your sweetener. If you like a different type of sugar, you can add that in there too. I'm sure it'll taste just fine. All right, so right now I am making some pico de gallo. This is one of my husband's favorites. He would rather have this than salsa, so this is a must when we make Mexican food, is the pico de gallo. I will be using about a half a cup of pico de gallo in the meat mixture because it gives it some really good flavor in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all cut up here. All right, once you get all your pico de gallo chopped up, we're going to go ahead and add in some seasoning. We're going to start off with adding a little bit of pepper and sea salt. Okay, there's my pepper. And I'm going to add in garlic. I'm going to add in cumin and some little bit of chili powder. And I will be adding in some lemon juice. Not a lot. And you just keep mixing until you get that great flavor. All right, y'all, we're going to add the butter on top of the tortillas because what we're going to do, we're going to bake these chimiladas and get them crispy. I don't like to deep fry them just because it's just too greasy, and it's better to go that route instead of frying. It's healthier for us. So what we're going to do is we're just going to butter them on the outside, fill them up with the hamburger mixture and some shredded cheese, and then roll them up. So just fill and roll. And then once you get a whole pan rolled up of chimiladas, we're going to bake those in the oven on 400 for about, I would say about 30 minutes. Just kind of keep an eye on them and turn them to in the in between because you want to get them crispy on each side. Okay, so just kind of keep an eye on when you're baking them and turn them as well. Okay, so now that they're done baking, we're going to just fill them up here in the pan. I also had made a smoked cheese sauce, and I forgot to show that video. For some reason, it didn't record it, so I'm gonna put the smoked sauce recipe in the description so that you guys can have that recipe. It's a really good recipe for the cheese sauce, and that's what I used for this the chimiladas that we had just got done baking in the oven. But now we're going to add that smoked cheese sauce on top of it, and then we're going to put some shredded cheese on, and then we're going to just bake it in the oven for about 15 minutes until it gets nice and crispy on the outside. So now it looks wonderful. It looks great. So what we'll do is we're going to take these um, fill our plates up. So what we'll do is we'll put them on a plate and put some shredded lettuce on it, and we'll put our pico de gallo on, and you are ready to go. And you can add the extra cheese sauce if you want to add it. So it looks so amazing, and this was so good too. Chimiladas are very, very good. It's like a chimichanga and gelato mix, so that's why it's called a chimilada. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful night.